Hey guys, welcome to another deck profile. Today I bring my Speed Duels deck. I've been enjoying Speed Duels a lot more recently in total, and I'm really excited for the new Speed Duel box to come out. I feel like when that comes out, the game's going to change up quite a lot. I'm probably still going to stick with this deck for now because I really enjoy it. It's really fun, and I guess we'll start it off. I don't really know the format for Speed Duel deck profiles. I'll just start off with the skill. We have Union combination. This is XYZ. I picked up this deck a long time ago. I played it in a few locals and then sort of stopped. I don't really know why. I just sort of got obsessed with remote duels and like playing normal Yu-Gi-Oh! I mainly picked up Speed Duels back when the format was Virtual World VFD lock followed by Drytron. I don't remember what the third deck was. It was that toxic format. I think it was Tri-Brigade. I decided I need a break from that, so I'm going to play Speed Duels. So we have Union combination. This card is what makes the deck work, really. The fact that you can fuse from your graveyard as well just makes it insane. The deck could probably work without it, but it'd just be so much worse. You'd have a way less extenders. So yeah, we have one copy of Union combination. Then kicking it off with the monsters, we have 2 X-Head, 2 Y, and 3 Z. So this is, let me just sort of put these in the right areas. This is pretty standard, I believe, for these deck profiles. You play 2X, mainly because it's not a Union monster. There are ways to recycle it, and you really don't want, it to be the Kaidodon or something. You want it to be Y, really. Then we play 2Y. It is a Union monster, so it's searchable, so you don't need 3. It also can attach Z from deck when you normal summon with Union Hanger. I guess it works for either or. Then we have 3 copies of Z. Z is the most important one because it makes the most important fusion monsters, and it makes most of the fusion monsters. So you really want 3 to keep it in rotation all the time. You can really, if you know you're going second, you can pretty much side one out. Or if you're going first, you're playing more traps, you can side one out. Yeah, that's the monsters. All pretty good. To be fair, the reason I'm playing this deck is because I have so much nostalgia to when Kyra was throwing these down against Pegasus. Then we have 3 Union Hanger. This is the lifeblood of the deck. It's insane, so you activate it, you can add, unfortunately, a Union monster, so you are forced into either of these two, which is 2 out of 3. It's really unfortunately printed X in Machine, not Union. If it wasn't for that, this deck would be probably bannable. It's just so strong. Then we have 2 copies of Foolish Burial. Foolish is not limited in this format, and this is your main way. You can think of Foolish as a second copy of Union Hanger, but slightly better in a way, and worse. So Union Hanger has the ability to get 2 in rotation, so you can search Y, summon, effect, attach Z from deck, which allows for 1-card fusions. However, Foolish also does the exact same thing, because you can normal summon, then Foolish the piece that you need. Foolish is really important because it's your only real way of getting X into rotation turn 1, if you want to make a turn 1 XYZ-Dragon. Then we have 3 copies of Book of Moon. Not only is Book of Moon just cracked anyway, because you can just like book your opponent's monsters, in this deck especially it's important because there's a fusion monster which pops face down monsters, which is just cracked because you can just pop your opponent's monsters after you Book of Moon them. So on their turn you book and then you just like pop on yours. And it's only a 2 material fusion, so that's pretty easy to make. Then the traps. If you thought any of the other cards were broken, you've clearly not read Union Scramble. This card is unbelievable. So let's just say I want to make a turn, the only situation where I would make a turn 1 XYZ-Dragon is where I have Union Scramble, because it's a 2800 beat stick. I set this, then on my opponent's turn, if they out the beat stick or they attempt to pop this, I can just activate it and basically reborn for 3, and they don't go away. And then in graveyard, I can banish it to add a piece that I need. It's genuinely stupid that they printed this card. And the fact that also there is back row removal in this game, it's not very common to see. But if they try and back row removal, you can just chain it, because you can just chain it to any scenario and it pretty much results in the same thing. The most time you're going to use it is to just block your opponent from killing you in the battle phase, so on your turn you can just banish to search a piece to then kill your opponent. Then rounding out the deck, we have 2 Lost Wind. I think Lost Wind is gonna be so important post the what's it called? GX box. So Lost Wind allows you to half a special summon monster's attack and negate its effects. So a situation where this came up for me was I was testing online post deck, and I had I believe like a 2200 monster, and my opponent summoned Rainbow Dragon. In the battle phase, he attacked, and damage calc, I Lost Wind, and he lost his Rainbow Dragon, and because that deck only plays one of it, I believe, he just surrendered and quit. So yeah, not only is this negation, it's also just really strong for like battle phase shenanigans. Now for the extra deck, we have 1 XY and 1 XZ. These 2 are using the X monster, that's why they're at 1, because obviously he's not searchable, so these are going to come up a lot less. This can pop face-up spell and traps, also very situational, but it's worth playing in case your opponent has like a United We Stand that you just can't out. Then this one pops face-down spell and traps, which comes up more, but in a game like Speed Duels, in which like I talked to you about Union Scramble, popping spell and traps just doesn't matter as much because there's not as many impactful ones. Then we have 2 copies of XY. XY is pretty busted. It allows you to pop face down monsters, which is already important because there's cards running around like Man-Eater Bug and other things. Most decks are really setting cards just to be able to trigger their effects on their turn, or your turn in the battle phase. But also, in combination with Book of Moon, that's a pretty strong turn 1 setup. If you can get Y and Z into rotation, set a Book of Moon, and then you're Book of Mooning, then on your turn use the skill to banish to summon, and then you can use the effect to discard another card, pop it, attack. And you gotta remember, these cards all have over 2000 attack, so when I'm Lost Winding and I'm like popping, that's normally a situation I'm going for game anyway, and the consistency of this deck is just unbelievable. I've not had a hand where I haven't been able to make a fusion monster, or at least on like a Lost Wind, Book of Moon, Union Scramble, plus like a hanger. That's like a situational hand you have, and it's just crap. Then we have 2 XYZ. I would not cut this card down. This card is insane, and you need at least 2 of it. So, because it's not really as recyclable as others, because, I don't know, I don't really know. You just like summon it, pop any card in the field, which is already better than all those combined, highest stats. The situation where this deck falls short is the fact that its highest boss monster is 2800. If it was 3k or 31, I'd be pretty happy. But there are a lot of boss monsters, like I talked about the Rainbow Dragon situation, where if I didn't have that Lost Win, I was probably losing that situation. Yeah, this card just comes up more because you can just pop anything on the field, and if you have this in rotation, you know your opponent's boss monster is only going to last 1 turn, because the second you draw a card per turn, you can just discard it to pop. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Then I have a bit of a side deck. I have Triple United We Stand. This is to solve that issue I was having, where I had like a 28 beat stick, and my opponent was just summoning like 3k monsters every turn, and just beating me down. I was like, okay, I can't really recover from that, because I can't get enough cards in my hand to pop fast enough to where he was making monsters, you know? Then we have 2 Metaverse. This is something you can sign in for going first. It comes up. Sometimes you want a Union hanger in hand, you don't have it, and you know you're pretty much losing the game at that point because you don't have a way to really force your materials into your hand engrave and field. So yeah, that's why we have Metaverse. It's not very good. I moved it to the side, not the main. I wouldn't go back on that decision. Then Widespread Ruin. This card is just so stupid. So your opponent attacks, you activate Widespread Ruin, and you destroy their monster with the highest attack. It's pretty ridiculous, because in this deck we were just destroying all of your opponent's cards constantly. Having a way to also do that in the battle phase, the damage step, and then on the crackback just being able to pop another card off the draw, is pretty insane. But yeah, that's my speed duel deck profile. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, all that shenanigans. And I hope to see more people playing speed duels because it's a really fun format. It's a sleeper format. Not people aren't playing it. Like I also hope to build an Edison deck soon, so I'll be able to show that off. But yeah, thanks for watching.